Pierre, that's
Phil MAFAH.
Aaron, Pierre, that's
Phil MAFAH.
what? Aaron, Pierre,
Up the middle goes MAFAH. Boss into the secondary. Dragging tacklers, but right up the middle.
That's what Dabo wants to get going. You're going to see him. He's just going to come right off of the rear end.
Some things about Phil MAFAH. He has very soft hands, which is nice. It's a good trait. So they did line him up at receiver. At times, they used him out of the backfield. And he had really, really soft hands. Did not look out of place. He's huge. He's 230 pounds of run straight through you. I heard a comp to Zeke, and if you blink and like squint your eyes real close, you might see it. But you need a gang of tacklers to get him down, unless he's in the open field, in which case, and he's trying to be a finesse back, then you can get him down pretty quickly sometimes. But if he's going through the middle of the field, if he's going through the middle of the offensive line, and he's running straight at you, it's very hard to get him down. Very, very difficult. So he is a willing blocker. He's a punisher. So he's somebody that over time during the game, it is going to be tiring to want to attack him. You're not going to want to attack him. You can see how he would fit a power style running offense. So if you're telling me that we're going to run power runs, which is like, slams, whams. What I mean, nobody really runs those anymore out of the I formation. But, if we're running inside zone runs straight, I can see how you would fit that kind of style. Now, if you let him free, he can blaze. He does run a 4.4. It just takes him forever to get to the speed part. So in the hole, he is patient, or sometimes he can be a little slow in the hole to accelerate. So in the NFL, he will get caught quickly, just because everyone in the NFL is fast and he's just slow at the point of attack. He does know how to follow his blocks, and he has good vision. So he has good vision. He knows how to follow his blocks. He can jump cut pretty well for his size. The other thing is one man can't bring him down. Again, if he's running straight at you, one man is not going to be enough at all. So go ahead and put DBs in a body bag, and you will need your big boys for Phil MAFAH. He will try to use a lot of different running back moves. So stiff arms, he'll hurdle, he'll run through you, a jump cut, he'll try to juke, he'll try to have some wiggle. So those are some positive things that I saw. To be honest, I was more excited coming into the tape than leaving. But that's not a knock on him. Excuse me. That's not a knock on him. I was super excited. I just think that I do know that he was also injured. So there was parts of last season where he was injured. So I will give him that. Now, let's go into why he might have failed. So unlike the other backs that I've watched, he's a lot slower at the point of attack. So him getting to his moves, he's a lot slower than a lot of the other running backs I've seen. So he is like a traditional old school back as far as like quickness. He's just not quick. Sometimes, like I said earlier, it does take him a while to build up speed. He is slower in the hole, so I can't tell if he's being patient. But again, the NFL is so fast. There's gonna be moments where he's gonna get caught. If it's not blocked perfectly, he is gonna get caught for zero yards or no gain, quite a bit, just because he doesn't have the quickness and the acceleration to get out of the hole. Some other things of why he might have fallen. So sometimes there's some moments where he will bounce to the outside, and then once he gets to the outside, he plays lighter on his feet. So he might lose balance or he might get tackled easy just because he's playing quick and lateral, but his game is more straight and power. So there's times where he'll kind of switch styles and running, and situationally it doesn't really fit. So there's times where he'll be speed guy, but they need him to run straight and get a first down. And there's times where he'll be power guy, but they might need him to use his speed to kind of accelerate through the hole. So he plays smaller, so in pass protection sometimes he'll lunge or he'll cut block versus using his size. But there's times where he does use his size. So for guys that are smaller than him, you know, he'll blow them up. But for guys that are bigger than him that are pass rushers, you know, sometimes he'll play down. So it just kind of depends. You would want him to hold up on that 230 frame, but I mean, he's willing. So at least you have somebody that Clemson constantly put him in pass pro, constantly. He was their go-to for pass pro out of the shotgun. So I can see him being a third down back. It's exciting to have him. There were better backs on the board. There were, but in the run game and what the Cowboys are saying, the coaches are saying that they want, it looks like they're having a plan on being a power team, and he fits that mold. You know, if they're wanting to be a power run team, he fit that. He'll do exactly that. He has all the power they need, and if you mix him in with a quicker back, it'll make him more dangerous. He's not quick, but he is fast once he hits the open field. So he has to get there in order to use his speed. So hopefully he can be coached to accelerate that quicker or get to his burst a little bit quicker. And I think that would help him out tremendously. He's a monster, and I believe he has the tools to be a starter back in the league. Just because he's willing to pass pro and he has really good hands, so he can be a third down back. And I'm hoping that he can actually improve, because I think he still has a lot of room to improve. Because sometimes running backs, they peak early, and I think he still has a lot of game left if coached up, and is able to marry those two together. So like, comment, subscribe. This is Phil MAFAH, 7th round pick. Just some analyzation. Come back. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Peace.
Aaron, Pierre, that's
Phil MAFAH.
Aaron, Pierre, that's
Phil MAFAH.